Hello children, how are you there? It's an online class. I cannot see you, but you can see me, right? So this is for class 8, lesson number 1, the best Christmas present in the world. We have already started and we are trying to understand the lesson based on grammar items like parts of speech. And under parts of speech, we are trying to identify, to understand, to know whether a particular word is a noun or a pronoun or a verb or an adverb or an adjective. Likewise, we are trying to identify them. And I told you earlier that in textbook we have to make it in a detailed way. It's not like supplementary, which is a non-detailed study, which is meant for a non-detailed study. But textbooks are meant for detailed study. Point number 1. Point number 2, see, we have 4 sections in English. We have reading, we have writing, we have grammar, and we have literature. I mean, the pattern of paper, question paper. And once again, if you talk about sections on the basis of language, there we have reading, writing, speaking, and understanding. So with the help of my videos, I'm trying to make you, number 1, understanding, to develop understanding. If you are able to understand me, that means you are learning understanding. As far as speaking part is concerned, we cannot do right now because we are not facing each other. Because it's a recorded online class. It's not like interactive or live streaming class. Because of the network problem and so many issues, though I tried to talk to you on Meet, but then I got very poor attendance over there, and we couldn't talk to each other in that span of time. So now what I am trying to deliver, and that is understanding parts of speech through this lesson, the best Christmas present in the world, of class 8. So here I go. On the last turn, we were able to find out certain past simple form of verbs from sentences. And when it is a sentence, we can say that this sentence follows past simple tense. And when we are focusing words, that means, for example, spotted, for example, began, for example, wanted. So there we are trying to focus on verbs. That means past, simple past form of verb. So verbs are there in tenses, in grammar, again sentences that we are also trying to identify. If you remember, we started our session with the very first topic, that was sentence. So let me continue the next one. I removed the roll top completely and pulled out the drawers. So later the writer started pulling out the drawers, and he removed the roll top desk completely. The top portion, the roll top of that desk was completely misplaced, replaced, removed, just took it out from that desk. and then pulled out the drawers. So we have removed, we have pulled. So many verbs we are getting through this lesson. So on one hand we are trying to find out a certain past form of verb or simple past form of verb, and on the other hand we are trying to identify that this is a sentence. I removed the roll top completely and pulled out the drawers, full stop. It's a statement. It's a sentence. It's not an interrogative sentence. This is not an exclamatory sentence. This is not an imperative sentence. So we are trying to identify sentences as well as tenses. And under tenses, we are trying to find out forms of verb. So let me continue. The veneer had lifted almost everywhere. Had lifted. Keep it in mind. Later I'll discuss it. It looked, had lifted. It looked like water damage to that desk. It was felt by the writer, it was felt by the author that the veneer, or the thin layer on top of the roll top, that was also damaged. So writer could easily understand that that was because of the water. Water had damaged that, or has done that damage. So writer says both fire and water had clearly taken their toll on this desk. It was damaged by fire. It was damaged by water. Both fire and water had taken their hard work on this desk. These two things have done a lot of damage to that roll top desk. And the lost drawer was stuck fast. It was not pulling out. The writer was trying to pull out, but it did not come out. It got stuck. It got entangled. It got jammed over there. It was not coming out. So writer kept on trying and trying, but he was not able to deal with it. And finally he used his brute force. Brute force means absolute power. He applied his total power. The power, the strength that he had, he applied onto that. And then he was able to open that drawer. And inside that drawer, again there was a shallow space. There was some space inside that drawer. It was a bit lengthy, from within. So, and there again the writer found a secret drawer. It was a drawer, and again there was a secret drawer inside the drawer. And in that drawer there was something that was kept in that drawer, which was taken out from the drawer, which got jammed, which got stuck. But there he found something in it, and he reached and in and took out a small black tin box. In that drawer there was something in form of a tin box, and it was of black color, and it was a small tin box. So when I say small, when I say black, what are these? They are adjectives. If I ask, I mean, what was the color of the box? You can say, so this was black. So that is it. Its quality. When I say, how was the size of the box? You say, it was small. That is adjective. These are two adjectives. Can be used simultaneously. I mean, altogether. And then it was sellotaped to the top of it. And it was a piece of lined notepaper. I mean, and again it was, it was a gift. It was like a gift, so it was packed as gift. It has got a gift packing actually. So there was a piece of lined notepaper, and something was written on that paper inside. The drawer that was kept inside the drawer. There was a black tin box, small black tin box, and onto that box there was something in form of a paper, and there was something written, handwritten. And when writer opened that note, he found that the writing was shaky, as if the person who was trying to write, the moment he was shaking, maybe because of his age, maybe because of some other issues. But then, as because he was shaking, his body was, shaking, so he couldn't write it properly. So the writing was a shaky handwriting. It was as if. So, and there it was written, Jim's last letter, received January 25, 1915, to be buried with me when the time comes. This was all written in that. Jim's last letter, received January 25, 1915. And again there was a wish. There was a wish which was written like this: to be buried with that person when the time comes. This was written on that note. The writer could understand that what actually he had done it. The author realized that he had done something wrong. It's not an etiquette to go through with somebody's letter. You should not read somebody's letter, somebody's personal, notings, personal feelings. One should not read. One should not even open. So the author realized that. He felt sorry for that. That is why he said he was wrong because he opened the box. But then at the same time he was very curious. And he was having some curious appeal through his mind. And that is why he has done it. He has done it. Because he couldn't avoid that. And it usually happens. It happens usually. What? Opening somebody's letter. If it is not yours, no need to open that. This is the courtesy. But then, like I said, it happens. It happens sometimes more naturally. Inside the box there was an envelope, and in that envelope it was written the address: Mrs. J. Macpherson, 12 Copper Beaches, Billport, Dorset. This was the address written on top of the envelope. Envelope, and the letter was inside. Maybe inside. Then the writer took out the letter. There was a letter And inside the letter, inside the envelope, there was something written. The writer took out the letter, he unfolded it, and it was written in pencil, and a particular date was given on top of the letter, December 26, 1914. So what do we understand? That this letter was written on December 26, 1914. And it was written with a pencil. And it was addressed to Mrs. Jim Macpherson. And the address is like this: 12 Cop Beaches, Bridport, Dorset. So this way we come to this para. We come to an end to this para. Let's check out the comprehension check, and then I'll discuss a little bit of grammar available in this particular paragraph. Like, what did the author find in a junk shop? So you better understand the writer. The author found a junk shop in a junk shop. Okay, what did he get there? The author found a roll-top desk in a junk shop. Full stop. And what did he find in a secret drawer? So he found a small black tin box in a secret drawer. Full stop. Who do you think had put it in there? I think Mr. Macpherson, Mr. Jim Macpherson had put it in there, or maybe Mrs. Macpherson had put it in there. It will be decided later. It's too early to say who had put the letter. But then if you go through the paragraph, you have to guess it out. Who had put it in the letter, in the envelope, or who had put that box inside the secret drawer. So, but then the question is, what did he find in a secret drawer? So, you see, it was a drawer which got stuck. Again, when it was opened, there inside there was a secret drawer, and inside that drawer there was a letter. So now we can say that he found a letter in a secret drawer. That was Jim's last letter. So you can do it yourself. Just go through the paragraph once more. Let's check out the past simple form of verb that we continued on the last turn. Like we have tried, we have struck, was, reached, then we have received, knew, K-N-E-W, knew, and then read, R-E-A-D, read, read, and took, T-O-O-K. So these are the past form of verb available in this paragraph. With this, I would like to stop for the day, and I would continue with the second part tomorrow. And till then, you can continue with listing out past simple form of verbs and try to find out past simple sentences in your grammar hobby. Thank you.